him. Awesome, guys. Well, today we're going to talk about a topic that is kind of sensitive to me, but I want to tell you guys about my worst moment in network marketing and how it can help you and your business. So let's get to the content. You know, a lot of people that are in this industry for any length of time knows that they're going to have some bad moments in network marketing. Tons of bad stuff. Yeah, Coach David Lee knows. He knows a lot about my bad moments. We're not going to talk about specific companies here, just network marketing content in general. So he knows a lot about my bad moments in network marketing. But the great thing about network marketing, thanks for the hearts, Frank. I know that's probably you. The great thing about network marketing is that even the bad moments are good for your business because generally they teach you things. Thanks, Coach David. Thanks for sharing this out to your followers. Awesome. Who is that? Keeps asking me that. Don't yelly. We're not going to talk about specifics here. We're going to talk about network marketing in general. So let me tell you guys about my worst moment in my business. Lulu, welcome on. The worst moment in my business. So I work at, like I've talked about before, I work for the state of Texas. And I work at a government building here near where I live. And, since we're a government building, we have tons of security guards. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. Wow. I don't know what I did to deserve that. I guess I just look super pretty today. So I work at a government building, and so we have security guards there. And the security guard profession is hit and miss. I mean, we have people rotating in and out of there. Welcome, Hawaiian Barbie, 69. So we have people rotating in and out of there all the time. And so that's a lot of times where I like to do my prospecting. You know, if they're going to rotate them in and out, I'm going to prospect all of them. You know, that's just how it works. You strike up conversation with people. And it's interesting with the security guards at work, I'm the only one that calls them by their name. I actually take the time to introduce myself, get to know them, and so I call them by their names, and that sticks out to people when you call them by their names. So I prospect all the security guards at work. Well, let me tell you about a time I prospected this guy. He's an old war veteran, older guy. He's probably in his mid-60s. Country guy, I mean, real set in his ways. Kind of not like a depressing guy, but just has a real negative outlook on life. I'm in the network marketing industry. And I'm telling you about the worst moment that I have here. So I prospected him, and I just said, "Hey, man, do you keep your options open for making additional income? Would you like to take a look at what I do, see if it's a good fit for you?" He said, "Yeah, great, no problem." And of course, in my invite, I mean, I didn't tell him everything all at once. I didn't tell him all the information about what I do. I invited him to a business presentation at a restaurant kind of locally that we do sometimes, or we used to do. And so he's like, "Yeah, no problem. I guess I'll come." So I finally got him to come to this meeting. And he showed up to the meeting about, 20 minutes early. They were still setting up for it. I wasn't there yet. I got caught in traffic. I didn't happen to be there. And we weren't like real close, like we talk all the time. And so, we just kind of knew each other from work and stuff. So he got there, he ordered himself some dinner, and he signed himself into the meeting. He was telling the meeting host, he was like, "So I'm supposed to be here for a meeting." And they were like, "Okay, yeah, this is it. Come on in." He was like, "Well, what exactly am I here for?" And they were like, "Well, who are you a guest of?" He was like, "Well, this guy at work, Tyler, invited me to come. I want to know what I'm here for." And they were like, "Well, we're going to have a business presentation, sir. Did Tyler talk to you a little bit about what it was?" And he was like, No. He just told me he was going to show me something, and I want to know what it is." And they were like, "Well, they didn't want to tell everything and give him a full presentation before the meeting even started." So they're like, "Well, sir, we're business owners, and he just wanted to show you and see if it was a good fit for you." So finally, he sat down. And I got there probably, 10 minutes later. Hold on, guys. We're going on a turn here, so hold on. So I got there a few minutes later, and I talked to the host of the meeting, and he was like, "Yeah, this guy came in, and it was kind of ranting and raving and kind of jumping down my throat." I was like, "Oh, gosh, that's me. That's my security guard friend." And so I sat down, and he's not very talkative, so we just kind of sat there. It was real super awkward. He was really the only guest in the meeting, so it was super awkward. And then we were sitting up front, and it was a lunch meeting, and so we were eating, And he was the loudest dadgum eater I've ever heard in my life. I mean, he was crinkling up his cracker paper, and he was throwing stuff, and he was drinking real loud, eating real loud. Everybody in the entire meeting could hear him. It was the awkwardest thing, and he was my guest, so I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, this is embarrassing. Oh crap, get me out of here. I don't even care if this guy joins, just get me out of here. This is so awkward. So he's going through the meeting, super loud, welcome on guys. And we get to the end of the meeting, and he was done eating, so he picks up his tray. The meeting is over, and usually sit around and answer questions and stuff after the meeting. So the meeting was over. He gets up, picks up his tray, starts walking towards the door, and he goes, I got 2 words for you. And I was like, okay. And he goes, chain letters. And he just walks right out the door. And I'm like, just sitting there, and everybody, there was no other guests, so there was a bunch of consultants sitting around like, what in the world just happened? Yeah, Frank, it was so awkward. It was actually, Ellis was the host of that meeting, and he was kind of rude like this to Ellis. And I was like, oh my gosh, guys, I am so sorry. He was a security guard from work. I didn't want to give him all the details at once. I just invited him to come because he lived in the area. Oh my gosh, it was so awkward. So awkward. Hey, Tiff. Yeah, so that was my worst moment in network marketing. And the good thing about it being my worst moment is that it wasn't that bad. Yeah, me and my chain letter scams, that's how I work. Yeah, tell him about it on Monday. Tell Ellis about it. He'll remember it. I can't remember what the guy's name was, but it was a security guard that I work with. And the best part of that was the worst moment that I've had in the network marketing industry. And the best part of it is, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad at all. I mean, I went to bed that night. I got up. I continued to work my business. I continued creating residual income. So what? So what if your invite goes the worst it could possibly go? So what if you say the wrong words? So what if your prospect blows up at you, slams the door as he's running out the meeting, and yells that we're all going to jail because it's a pyramid scheme? So what? Move on. Go to the next person. No harm done. No harm, no foul. I mean, it was so awkward at the time, but now that I look back, it's funny. It's a funny story. I can tell my team now. You think you have it bad. Let me tell you about a story about me and my network marketing career. Let me tell you what happened. And that's the beauty of network marketing, guys, that exactly. You can't take it personally. I've been in the industry for, what is it now, David? Just over 3 years, almost 3.5 years. And so, if that's literally the worst possible scenario with prospects when you go to invite. That's the worst possible scenario. Can't really get much worse than that. So just expect, if you hear that every single time, big deal. It's okay. Not that big of a deal. I moved on. I've recruited tons of people since that guy. If I had stopped right there and I had let that guy ruin my mood, ruin my business, and ruin my taste for network marketing and just quit, I'd be like, network marketing doesn't work because a security guy at my office who's 65 years old told me I was doing chain letters and I was going to jail and yelled at me. No, I just move on. Who cares? It's not that big of a deal. So guys, that's the best part about network marketing, is that even the worst days aren't that bad. I mean, you still go home at night to your house with air conditioning, with food, with your family who are still alive, in your car. I mean, you've got all these amazing blessings. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Something is going to go wrong in your business. And the key is just to move on. Move on, because the next person... looks like we're having a block party here. Block party. Oh, if I can get it going here. So... that's my message to you today, guys. Stop complaining about all the negativity in your business, about all the people that are giving you negative concerns and questions and bringing up stuff about your business. It's not that big of a deal. This is a legitimate business backed by the FTC with the watchdog with the Direct Sales Association. I mean, this is a legitimate way to make money. It's a legitimate way to build business and do business with your friends and family and people that you meet and do life with. So don't be embarrassed about it.